for the Lakers, but it was Anthony Davis who was the answer down the stretch for LA. AD scored the Lakers' final 10 points, including a game-winning three at the buzzer for the 105-103 win. And the Lakers now lead the series 2-0. Fox Sports NBA analyst Chris Broussard joining us now. Chris, what a finish. But how surprised are you that LeBron didn't take that last shot?
Well, look, anytime LeBron's on the floor at the end of the game, I think instinctively we all expect him to get the ball. We've seen it for 17 years. You expect him either to take the shot or make the play. So that was instinctively, it was surprising. And Skip, I know your instincts are telling you to kill LeBron, but let me remind you, Michael Jordan did not always take the last shot, okay? So this was the right call. We know LeBron was struggling. We know he's a rhythm shooter. He was hot early. He had lost his rhythm. He struggled in the second half, 4 turnovers, 2 for 8 field goals, 0 for 4 from 3, 6 points. He was not in a rhythm, and AD was. AD had scored their last 7 points, including a 3-pointer. And furthermore, you guys know, I've been pushing all year, what's he going to do in the fourth quarter? Can he be a go-to guy in the fourth? He has done that in the playoffs. He shot 64% from the field in the fourth quarter of the postseason, 50% from 3. His scoring in the fourth is up from what it was in the regular season. So he is becoming more of a go-to guy. Even if he had missed this shot, it was the right call for all those reasons. And also because worst case scenario, he misses, you lose. It's still 1-1. And I think that you showing confidence in AD would pay dividends down the road. Just calling that play for him, giving him the shot, lets him know how much you believe in him, how much LeBron believes in him, and that he is your go-to or one of your go-to guys. Sometimes it'll be LeBron, sometimes it'll be AD. But that would breed confidence in him down in further along the line in the playoffs. So I think it was the right play, even if he had missed it, and obviously he makes it.
I totally agree, but just the mere fact that LeBron is on the court, you see what Plumlee did, Skip? He ran to LeBron, and he and Jeremy Grant got LeBron double-teamed, and you let AD get a wide-open pop 3. And as you mentioned, he was in a rhythm, because just remember about a minute earlier, he hit a step-back 3 in front of Millsap, and he turns around and talking to the Nuggets bench. I'm that dude. I'm that guy. I'm the one that you came to see. And so for me, he was in a great rhythm. You have 7-foot-tall Jokic guarding the inbound, which is Rondo. You bring Plumlee in, who's a leaper, because I know what the Nuggets are thinking. The Nuggets are thinking they're going to get something going to the basket, Skip. And if you heard Rondo says, I look for him back door, I look for him back door. I made contact with, I tried to make eye contact with LeBron, but he wasn't looking.
What did he say?
He
did not move.
He didn't move. So it tells me now we get AD peeling around. Now, Plumlee is thinking like everybody else. LeBron's going to take the shot, because what does he do? He run to LeBron. He's talking about, hey, Grant, like, ain't nobody screening me. What you want me to go get AD for? My guy ain't screening for AD. And so they both run to LeBron. AD pops, hits a 3. But it just goes to show you, Chris, remember, the reason why a lot of people pick the Clippers, because they say they were more mentally tough than the Lakers. And what we saw the last 3 games of the season, when the Nuggets made their run, we saw the Clippers fold. Well, last night, they go on a 9-0 run, they take the lead, and the Lakers didn't fold. So what we're seeing is that this team is getting more and more. The more you're in these situations, lose game 1, come back 4 straight. Lose game run second round, come back, win 4 straight. You see what I'm seeing here, Skip? You see what I'm seeing here, Skip?
I don't see it.
You see it. Yeah, you go about to see a diamond ring on my finger. That's what you're going to see.
I know what I saw in games 5 and 6, Clippers versus Nuggets. The Nuggets in the fourth quarter made 7 of 9 threes in back-to-back games. It's hard to overcome that. Last night, the Nuggets made 1 of 7 threes in the fourth quarter, and you still almost lost because your man was horrendous in the fourth quarter. He did lose his rhythm. He was in the fourth, LeBron 1 for 6 and 0 for 3 from 3 with 2 big turnovers. So, Chris, back to you. The last last play, 2.1 seconds left, was called for LeBron James.
Yeah.
AD said it right after the game. It was called for Bron.
Right.
Why didn't LeBron even move on the play? Because he wanted no part of the play. It's kind of hard when Rondo looks to LeBron, makes eye contact, and he's just standing still. And Rondo had to quickly say, what's plan C here? Because really the fourth option on the play was AD looping all the way across the top of the circle to the wing. And it's a last gasp play. And I got to tell you, it's not a good shot. You only
Great
need a
shot.
point. You just need 1 point. And he takes a three. And if he had missed that three, the world would have been all over Vogel. Like, what are you doing? What kind of a play is that? When it should be a lob dunk kind of play. Get to the free throw line.
And that's what they were thinking. That's what Plumlee was thinking. That's why AD was able to circle all the way around.
I'm assuming LeBron was supposed to swoop to the hoop. He was supposed to spin away from Grant and try to catch a lob and either get to the free throw line or dunk it at the buzzer to win the game. And instead, Rondo has to flip it out to the wing. And okay, all right, I got it. But it's not what was supposed to happen. And why Mason Plumlee doesn't just run with AD, just run with him.
Because he was
LeBron
thinking like you thinking.
Still.
He's thinking like you thinking. It's going to go James.
Okay, but now the play is we're down to the buzzer. And after you see that LeBron's just standing still, you have no reason to run to him. He's not going to pick you. You don't need to say, Jeremy, go get AD. There's no pick. Mason, what are you doing? And AD goes out there virtually all alone until Jokic, and he's got length and sly length. You know, he's
That's the fastest he's ever moved.
It was. and he rockets back and almost got a hand on it.
Yeah.
But AD shot it like he meant it.
Chris, you remember right before the shutdown?
Yep.
LeBron drove to the basket, kicked the AD against the Nets, and he missed that shot. He missed it. But I say it was a great play. That was the right play. They had built the wall. LeBron got AD a wide open, uncontested three. Now, the next day in practice, they ran that same set. They showed it. The Lakers put it out and they showed it. AD made it. So that told me right there, LeBron said, guess what? You'll be in this situation again, young fella.
Okay,
and
but they didn't need a three in this case. They needed a one. That's all they needed was one.
AD said, I just want y'all to know I got this kind of range.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But see, the difference also, Skip, you said that the Lakers, that the Nuggets only made 1 3 when they was 7 or 9. Because y'all don't play defense. They talked about them great wing players. Y'all talk about it, we be about it.
Yeah, the Clippers would be up 2-0 on the Lakers right now.
The Clippers
you know it, and I know.
Chris, were the Clippers not up 3-1? So the Clippers went up 3-1 on the Nuggets, but they're going to be up 2-0 on the Lakers.
I can't defend the Clippers.
So
I'm going to say this. I don't want to overstate that shot last night. But assuming the Lakers going to win the championship, which we all think they will, I believe we'll look back at that shot as the official coming out party for Anthony Davis. When he went from being just a great player currently to an all-time great. He'll have a championship. His numbers have always been historically great. And he will begin to move into that category. And here's the other thing. People have said, this is LeBron's last best chance to win a championship. Not necessarily. We know he's 35, he'll be in his 18th year next year. He's getting older. But the natural transition should be for AD to become the #1 guy and LeBron to become the #2 guy, but still be a top 10 player in the league. And he can run the point like Magic Johnson, and they still could win more championships if AD keeps this mentality that he had last night, and I think he will.
And he said it. Go ahead, Skip. Go ahead.
So, Chris, I got to just make sure I'm hearing you correctly. You are giving LeBron James a pass for, on a play called for him, standing still, not moving, not even flinching an inch.
He could have tried to, as you saying, he's supposed to cut to the basket. Plumlee was behind him, so now he's double teamed. I give you, he could have tried to cut. But look, LeBron's not the guy to close every game. We know that. He was in the corner when Kyrie took the big shot. He's closed many. We know he's hit, 5 playoff buzzer beaters, but that is not always what he's going to do. So I got no problem with AD getting that shot at all.
And there's a difference because you say throwing a lob. How does Rondo throw a lob over 7 foot with 6'9" Jeremy Grant fronting LeBron. This is not a situation where Kyle Lowry threw the ball over Taco Fall across court. That's one thing. But just imagine trying to throw the ball up over a guy right there at the basket so he can catch it and get a shot off.
I think you could do that.
No, what we could do is pass this thing to AD on the bounce pass and let him pull up from 28. And
You know what? LeBron James got luckier than his Cowboys got yesterday.
Don't do that, Skip.
Yes.
No, don't do that, Skip.
AD took LeBron off the hook.
Hey, you saw what we do, Skip.
Yeah.
This is what we do. We come out, we take it over the first half, and then we turn it over to AD.
Oh,
and AD gave the benediction and dismissed church, Chris. You know, you get that benediction, it's over.
So are you saying, wait a second, AD is the MVP of the Lakers?
Hold on, Skip. Now you just saw LeBron average more points against the Rockets than AD. You saw that. Don't do that. Why you try to see? You always try to start dissension between us. It's not going to happen. We are a 1-2 punch, and on a given night, it might be 2-1. That's what we do. All we try to do is get that chip.
Can we just cancel the next two games?
No, you can't.